52, and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Right back to him on first down. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. 52 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. John Ross, 26 yards. And the Giants are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Suck up for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Giants 14. Vikings nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only two rookies doing 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
Touchdown, Vikings! Derrick Henry, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by Galladay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
First down, New York.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Vikings 7.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
Off play action. Chamberlain. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
It's now 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll have a first down past the 40. 106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Vikings' 47-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Flush to his right. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. On play action, they'll throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And we were down in the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Second and 6. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb.
And he will have the Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And this complete to Henry over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And the half will begin with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. They'll look to throw here. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. To throw. Chamberlain. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Off the play fake. Chamberlain. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Looking to throw. Chamberlain throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Throwing on third and long. Chamberlain. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Flushed out right. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Giants' 17-yard line.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He's back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Second and 10.
Play action. Chamberlain. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route, that's not the way you're supposed to play it.
So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
And the Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.